Grace and peace to all of you, beautiful, awesome, amazing, successful women on today and young girls on today. And a special thank you to Gracie for having me. I count it such an honor, sending a wave and hugs of empowerment and favor to all of you in those countries that I have not gotten to yet. But I send a great, great, great hello from the USA. Happy anniversary, Gracie, and to all of you who have been part of this great mission and vision that has been birthed in the earth. You have reached a milestone, and may more and many years be added to the vision. I salute each and every one of you today. As a woman, I would like to share with you all that you are purposeful in the earth. There is a purpose for you in the earth. You were created to increase, to multiply, to be successful wherever you desire to be successful in your life, in every aspect of your life. But in order for us to understand, we must consider the following. One is to consider wellness. Two, to consider self-care. Now, to understand these two aspects, these two areas can determine your movement in life. And I know I'm a woman, you all are young women and adults and young adults and young and older women. All of us women have the capacity to change our lives no matter where we are today. And so these two areas can determine your movement in life. These areas deal with us as women and help us to determine our own value, our own value. So how should we as women look at wellness? How should you look at wellness? Wellness is defined as the quality or state of being healthy in body, in mind, especially as the result of deliberate effort. So what are we talking about today? Today we're looking at three components. So when we're talking about wellness, there are three components that make up the aspect of wellness. All right. The first component is our mind. The second component is your effort, your effort. The third component is our own health. And these areas make up wellness. So mentally, we have to become stable. Effort has to be put in position. And our health has to be considered. So let's take a look at mental wellness, because us as women, we have to definitely deal when we're dealing with the mind, we have to deal with mental wellness, because wellness is, it all comes together in teaching us how to understand self-care. But until we deal with our mental wellness, we won't be able to do that. So mental wellness must be embraced to have clarity of self-care as a woman. This is because the mind is what keeps us from moving forward or backward. So determining our thinking, determine how we think, determining how we perceive things, that is what allows us to move forward. It's what allows us to be stagnant and do nothing. And it also what allows us to move backward. And so I know that we are people of progression. And so we will not go backward any longer as women. We will continue to move forward because today we are being empowered. So the things that I am sharing with you today as a woman, I'm going to share with you the steps that I've taken from even as evaluating my own life coming up as a young girl. It wasn't always easy, but that I began to transform my life and understand that I am purposeful as a woman. There is a reason why I exist in the earth, and it's because of greatness, because I am full of greatness. And I want you women to know, no matter your age, you are full of greatness. You are full of success. and that it's on the inside of you. It's just waiting for you to help it come forth in the earth. So, what has to happen to achieve mental wellness for yourself as a woman or a young girl? You must be able to evaluate. These are the things. Write this down. You must be able to evaluate your habits. You must be able to examine your thinking, how you think, and must be able to examine how you view yourself. How do you look at yourself as a woman or as a young girl? So I want to empower you all to let you know that it does not matter, right? It doesn't matter where you were born. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. It doesn't matter what your culture is. It doesn't matter whether your family has money or whether your family don't money. It doesn't matter whether you was raised in an orphanage or you were raised with family members. It doesn't matter. I am still here to empower you, and no matter your situation, no matter how you were raised, no matter the situation that you are in today, I am here to let you know that success is still waiting on you to activate it, and that success is still on the inside of you. It is still part of your life. So let's take a look at how we as women, how do you look at habits? So you must be able to evaluate your habits, your thinking, and how you feel about yourself. What habits do you have that are not beneficial to your success? Where do you want to go? What are your goals? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to become a nurse? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to, what do you want to do in life? And think about your habits and ask yourself, are my habits beneficial to my success, to where I'm going? Think about your habits, because in order to be successful as women, you must be able to evaluate your habits. A lot of times, our habits can be very, very negative. Sometimes our habits are not good habits for where we are going. And so, in saying that, our habits should line up with where you see yourself in life. This is why I said you have to be able to view yourself, right? You got to see how you view yourself, because we have to deal with the habits. So let's evaluate just for a moment. And I empower you all to take notes. I empower you all to just write some things down. Even after this, I empower you, encourage you to write down the first thing. What do I want to be in life? Where do I want to go? How successful do I want to be? How much money do I want to make? How many people do I want to reach? Write all those things down, because if you write the vision and make it plain, he that readeth it will run with it. And so you have to start somewhere. Write down your vision. Even for those who start businesses, they always have a vision plan on paper. And so I encourage you, write down, what do you want to be? What do you want your career to be? What do you want your career to be? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to build? Write all those things down. And as a woman, begin to ask yourself, what type of habits do I have that are beneficial to where I am trying to reach my goals? What type of goals do I have? And what am I aiming towards to reaching those successful goals to be effective? Are these habits that I have, are they beneficial to where I am headed, where I want to head? Are these habits good or are they bad for me? Okay, so let's think about some things. As women, ask yourself, how do I view situations? How do I hold conversations? Am I always negative? See, one thing we have to understand is the power of your words. Come on, ladies. Come on, I empower you. The empowerment of your words. What you speak goes out into the air, right? To create a life for you. I'm telling you, what you speak, there is power in your words. So evaluate, ask yourself, I'm dealing with my habits as a successful woman because I have declared that I am going to be successful, but I need to think about my conversation. What kind of habits do I have? What type of conversation do I have that are not beneficial for me being successful? What type of conversation do I have? How do I speak? How do I relate to people? Right? What you say, right, makes a big difference to where you're going. And so sometimes us as women, depending on how we were born, depending on the company that we have, depending on the people that we hang around, we tend to say things that are not beneficial for our success. And so us as women, we got to change that. We have to make a sound decision. Oh, this is a bad habit. I don't talk like this because I'm going somewhere and I must be able, right? I must be able to release positivity into the atmosphere because that is who I am. That is what I believe. And that is what I am declaring for my life. So evaluate, how do you view situations? Are they always negative? Listen, every situation, even if it's not good, there's always a positivity that can come out of it because all things work together for those who are called according to the purpose. Right? And so you got to understand that even if those things are not good in your life now, there is always a positivity to come out of it. And so the situations as women or young girls that you may be experiencing, begin to speak positivity into your situations, begin to speak positivity into your life, begin to speak successfulness, and that you have a great destiny ahead and waiting for you. Begin to speak those things in a positive nature, and I guarantee they will turn around. But you got to believe it. You got to speak it. Do you believe that you're negative? Do you believe that things just not going to work out for you? Do you believe that, oh, well, that worked for someone else, it doesn't work for me? Do you believe that? We got to change that. I am here to empower you today. I'm here to empower you that you can do it. I'm here to empower you that you shall be successful. I am here to empower that you are a blessed people. You are blessed women. I am here to empower you, to let you know that anything that you want to do, anywhere you want to go, anybody that you want to be concerning your career, you can do it. You can walk it out. Doesn't matter your age, whether you're young or you're a little older. It doesn't matter. I am here as a woman because I've walked through the process. I am telling you, it can be done. So let's talk about another area for us as women. How do you view yourself? Now, this is a major area for us as women. How do you view yourself? A lot of times, and we're dealing with the effort, we're dealing with the mental wellness. And so, how you view yourself? Do you view yourself as do you view yourself as ugly? Do you view yourself as too skinny? Do you view yourself as too fat? Do you view yourself as stupid? How are you viewing yourself? And so how you're viewing yourself is another way, right, that will relate to where you are going. And so how you're viewing yourself, if you're viewing yourself in a negative way, you got to change that. We got to change that, right? And so you have to start looking in the mirror and begin to decree over yourself, begin to speak to yourself. I am beautiful and I am wonderfully made. I am beautiful and I am smart. I am beautiful and I'm wealthy. I am beautiful and I'm healthy. I am beautiful and I'm educated. I am beautiful and I am wisdom to help other people. I am beautiful and I'm successful. I am beautiful and I'm intelligent. I am beautiful and I have awakened amazing today because I am a successful woman. You have to begin to speak things to yourself and get it down in your conscience so that you can transform your life. You never allow anybody else to speak to you in a negative way. You never allow anyone to call you other than beautiful. You never allow anyone to speak to you other than you're smart. You are smart. You don't let people, you never allow people to speak down to you, but you must arise. I empower you women. You must arise as the women that you are, as the successful women that you are, as the beautiful women that you are, as the educated women that you are, as the intelligent women that you are. You must arise and begin to view yourself and learn how to value who you are in life. Listen, even if you don't see it, you have to believe it. And you can begin now, today, to transform into it. I promise you can. So let's talk about your effort. Let's talk about effort. So in order to transform your life and be empowered, right? To be empowered concerning your totality of your wellness in your life, let's look at effort. And so as you deal with your mind mentally, you must be able to dethrone those bad habits and enthrone good habits. And you must be able to set goals and be able to write things down. What action, ladies? Ask yourself, what action do I need to take to be successful? What action? And in this action, you will begin to understand how do I walk this thing out? This is all new to me. I don't know how to do this. This is strange. I've never done this before, but I know where I want to go. I know what I want to be in life. I know what I want to do, but how do I get there? And so this is where the area called effort, right? For your mental wellness, for your wellness as a whole, this is where effort comes into play. All right. And so when we're dealing with effort as a woman, you have to make a sound decision, and you have to be able to write those things down. I'm giving you all a little assignment, because I promise you that everything that I'm sharing with you today, I promise you these things does work. And so everywhere you want to go, everything you want to be, everything that you want to do, whatever your goals are, write those goals down. Because in order to deal with your mental wellness, right, there has to be effort. In order to deal with your life, in order to deal with your career as a woman or a young girl, you have to deal with effort. There are so many things, right, that us as women, we desire to do. There's so many things that us as women, we dream about, but we never bring those areas into reality. And the reason why is because sometimes we dream them, but we don't write them down. Remember, I talked about write the vision. Remember, I talked about a lot of people in business, they have plans. And so what is your plan? What is your plan as a woman or a young girl? Write those things down. And then as you write them down, write down some notes. What does it take for me to get from this place to that place? What does it take for me to be successful in this particular area? What does it take? What does it take for me to even get started? Start small. It doesn't have to be anything big. Start small. What does it take for me to get started in seeing my success? Effort is a major area, women. Effort is a major area that many people can fail in, because sometimes, right, you're not going to be able to do what other people do. Sometimes it takes hard work. Sometimes it takes being up at night. Sometimes it takes a lot of study. Sometimes it takes continuously moving and reading and researching and believing and decreeing and speaking to that woman in the mirror that you look at every day. Sometimes It can take a lot of work. And this is where a lot of people fail in this area, which is effort, because they don't want to do the work. They know what it takes, they know what they need to do, but they don't necessarily follow in observation to carry it out. So I'm here to tell you, women, you are empowered. I want to empower you, but I want you to understand that it's going to take effort for you to get to that place, for you to be effective and successful. It takes action. So we've talked a lot about the mental wellness, the wellness that includes our mind, because in order for us to move and flourish in all aspects of our life, including our health, our mind have to be dealt with. We have to deal with our mind. So we've talked about habits. We've talked about examining how we think, how we view ourselves, how we conversate. We've talked about those areas. We talked about what areas do we need to dethrone? What areas do we need to change? Are these areas beneficial for me? If they're not beneficial for me, I need to change them. And then we went on and we talked about effort. What action are you willing to take? And so in all of these areas, concerning wellness, it also includes your health. How are you taking care of your health? Did you know that when there is a lot of stress, did you know, depending on how you handle situations, they can actually literally bother your body, your physical body? Did you know that even things around you can cause you to be discouraged? They can cause you to be depressed. They can cause you not wanting to do anything in life. And so in this also deals with your mental wellness. And this is why I ask, how do you handle situations? And I know some situations can be beyond our control, but believe it or not, in order for us to have a good mental health, right? We have to be able to de-stress. Are you de-stressing? Are you able to sit? Are you able to relax in a peaceful place? Are you able to just evaluate, right, and consume your peace? You got to be able to set time for your mental health. And if you don't, what happens is all of these things that we experience in life, or these situations, whether it's in family, whether it's our upbringing, depending on how we live, sometimes those things bring a sadness to us, and we just believe that we can't get out of it. But when you deal with your mental wellness, it also deals with your health. So this is another thing that I want you to understand. I want you to understand that when those situations arise, and they will, because this is life, it's called life. Some things we just experience. But when these things arise in our life, I want you to try to take a different perspective, a different view, try to view them in a different way, so that so that your body won't be targeted, so that your mind won't be targeted, so that you won't fall into no type of stress. Did you know that stress causes it can cause you, ladies, not to want to do anything? It can cause you to be sad. It can cause you to not believe in yourself. And so you got to remember that your health is very important, which leads us into the place of understanding self-care. For us to develop and create those major goals, to be successful as women, and we want to deal with our self-care, which means you have to know how to value yourself. How are you valuing yourself? How you value yourself is also how you should be treating other people, right? And so do you love you? Do you love yourself? If you love yourself, you should take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, then we have to change that. I want to empower you to get up in the morning. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to decree and declare over yourself. Comb your hair, wash, take a bath, put on some clothes, smile, be happy, rejoice. I want you to understand your self-care. Self-care is dealing with how do you value yourself? yourself. So when we're talking about women, and I'm always going to be talking about women being successful because I am a woman and I've experienced so many things in life, and I begin to take notes and write principles, and I begin to walk those principles out to be successful. And I'm here to tell you, I empower you once again. I encourage you once again. It doesn't matter your age. You can be successful. As a matter of fact, I call you success today. So I want you to build a positive attitude, because your attitude can hinder your effectiveness in being successful. It can hinder your goals in being successful. Right? Can your attitude keep you from being empowered? Yes, it can. It can limit you. It can provide. It can cause you to have boundaries. It can cause you to be limited in being effective. So think about your attitude. Think about your self-care. Think about how you're viewing yourself. Are you taking time out for you, or are you always doing things for other people? And I know a lot of us women, everybody depends on you. Everybody depends on what you're doing. Everybody depends on, they want you to do this. They want you to do that. And what has happened is you have began to neglect your own life. Right? I call your life back to you today. Ladies, I call your life back to you today. I call your life back to you today. I call your life back for effectiveness. I call your life back for you to be able to achieve those goals. That no longer that you will neglect goals. No longer will you neglect yourself. No longer will you neglect your destiny. I call your life back to you because you have devalued yourself to do things for other people, and you yourself, right, need people to do things and help you. So I am here to call your life back. I am here to call those areas back into alignment for you. I am here to encourage you. I am here to encourage you to build those healthy attitudes. Hallelujah. I am here to encourage you to build your strength, right? To arise as that effective woman that you are, to be educated, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to go. I encourage you to arise to be purposeful. Every woman in the earth has a purpose. We have the capacity to birth others into the world. We have the capacity to encourage, to birth others with our words, to birth our own selves into successfulness. You have the capacity. You have it. Now that we're talking about developing those positive attitudes to be successful, this is what I want to tell you. I want you to avoid waiting for other people. Avoid waiting for other people. I want you to avoid waiting for other people. A lot of times we become so happy, we become so excited about what is happening in our life. And a lot of times we want others to be happy for us. Sometimes that's not the case. But even in that situation, ladies, I want you to avoid waiting for other people. You don't need anyone to push you. You keep moving until those who come along, they believe in you. Those people that believe in you, they will show up. But I want you to avoid waiting for other people to love you. I want you to avoid waiting for other people to make you happy. I want you to avoid depending on other people to make you laugh. You need to learn how to encourage yourself and have faith enough to arise and believe and be empowered as you awaken every day, and not wait for other people. Just because someone else is not doing it doesn't mean you should wait. Avoid waiting on other people. When you wait on other people concerning your own self-care, concerning your own success, sometimes you will never do it because sometimes people don't show up. And so in saying that, you have to learn and building those positive attitudes concerning yourself and your life and the action that you need to take. You never base that upon what someone says that they're going to do. You continue to move. And if they do it, let them do it. If they don't do it, you have to keep moving. But you must avoid waiting on people. If you wait on people, you may become delayed. This is what I want you to keep in mind, ladies. Remember, as you arise and move forward in the things of success, always walk in having the ability to control your thoughts if you can and your actions. All right. Always try to control your thoughts and your actions. Sometimes our response can make us miss things or cause other things to happen. So even when you're dealing with situations, keeping your mental wellness correct, covering your value of who you are, things may go another way, but you got to keep in mind to be able to control your thoughts and your actions. Step away from anything that may present itself as negativity. Ponder on it, think about it, meditate about it, and I guarantee you will come out disciplined and you will come out with a different result. So next, I want you to be able to celebrate you, ladies. Learn to celebrate yourself when you reach that goal. Learn to celebrate yourself when you reach that milestone. I want you to always be motivated. I want you to always be able to strive to reach the next goal. Listen, in your way to success, and I speak, some of you are already successful. You're already successful. We speak it in present tense. I want you to be able to walk out, and I want you to be able to lay out some goals and take every principle that I have given you today and walk those areas out and begin to create action. Here is the key. Don't make them unrealistic. Make them realistic. Goals that you're willing, do not put down things that you know that you're not going to do. Create small things, and I guarantee you, you will reach the large things if you take it step by step. Listen, it takes a willing mind. It takes an understanding and an effort in how you view yourself. It takes a belief system in believing that it's your birthright to be successful, and it determines on how you look at yourself to be that empowered woman. I leave you with this today. You are a blessed people. You live in a blessed country. You live in a blessed world, no matter what you see. You are a blessed individual, and it's your birthright to be successful. No matter what state that you're in now, no matter the situation, I call you blessed. I call you successful. I call you awesome. I call you amazing. I call you intelligent. And most of all, I call you purposeful in the earth. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully I'll be able to come back at another time. Gracie, I appreciate you. Honored to be here with the women. And I pray to hear the more effective goals that have been reached and the success that the women are walking in. God bless you all and have an awesome day. Bye.